Dog food keeps following me everywhere I go. And on today's vlog, this guy Mike scratched dog food. Check it out. Well. You can take the boy out of the pet industry, but you can't take the pet industry out the boy. Hey guys, Mike.
G'day.
Scratch.
Yep, that's the one.
Scratch dog food?
Yeah, scratch dog food. Well, it's only dog food for now, but you can find us at scratchpetfood.com.au.
Amazing. So we got connected. You've been following me on Twitter.
Yeah, it's kind of stalking the very few people that are in the dog industry in Australia.
Yeah.
Remain, I guess, in Australia now.
Yeah. And I guess those that can kind of speak
for sure,
to your level.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people in the industry that are really from like large stock feed, trying to come into boutique pet Cosmo, and it kind of doesn't work. There's very distinct plays there.
For sure.
So you've been following me a little bit on Twitter. There was a recent post by Startup Victoria saying, hey, if you're a small business or a business and you want to come on the vlog and talk to your story, this is all about doing that. So welcome to the vlog.
Thank you.
I think we're like 160 episodes in,
Nice.
which is a bit of a milestone.
That's a hell of an achievement.
Yeah, either that or it's a lot of talking. So I'm not sure if that's much of a achievement. So you reached out. You've got a story to tell, and Scratch Pet Food is what it's all about.
Yeah.
Give us a high level.
High level. 5 months, or just about 6 months ago, we launched a brand called Scratch. Essentially, trying to put trust back into buying pet food.
Yep.
So our motto is pet food you can feel good about.
Yep.
And the way that comes about is would have been just over a year ago now. My family dog was getting sick. I was I guess it prompted me to look at the industry a little bit more. What's mum feeding her? All that kind of stuff.
Yep.
And then I was just sort of like, I'm sort of sensing bullshit with everything here. Like, you go to the store, there's 80 different varieties, there's vague marketing claims, there's really hard to read labeling. So it sort of got my ears pricked up, sort of thinking, on a brand level, something's not right here.
Yep.
And then I sort of ended up in the rabbit hole of pet food and who owns it and how it's made and how it's self-regulated and all that kind of stuff.
So you had a need. You went out and solved that problem.
Yeah.
And now Scratch is, scratchpetfood.com.au is a manufacturing all the way straight to the consumer.
Yeah, we're really the first brand, I guess, at least in any sort of scale, where you buy pet food directly from us and then we sell it directly from you. We know your dog, we know everything about them, and we're the people you're speaking to, and we're actually making it, fulfilling it. So it's dry dog food, super premium dry dog food on subscription.
A subscription, cool.
Subscription model, So you log on and say, hey, I've got 2 dogs.
I love this, by the way. We were talking earlier, when I lived in Los Angeles, I had everything on subscription. So I had Maddie and Harper's diapers or nappies on subscription. I had soaps, deodorants, trash bags, dog food, treats, everything that I went through on a monthly basis on a consumption level. I had baskets set up that would just auto ship every 2 weeks or every 4 weeks. And it was phenomenal. And it's just something I didn't have to think about anymore. Funny story, maybe not so funny. My daughter Maddie was feeding the rabbits this morning, and she's like, Dad, like, where did you put the rabbit food? I was like, it's on the shelf where it normally is. She's like, I don't think we have any. So I called Sam. I'm like, hey, did you put the rabbit food somewhere? She's like, oh shit, are we out? I didn't know. I'll pick it up on the way back. Just cut them up some fruit or whatever she wanted me to do, and it'll get them through this up. So, like, the notion of another thing I have to remember. You take that out. I love the subscription model because it's just showing up on my door.
Especially if it's not something. There's no element of discovery, which retail is amazing for. There's no discovery and it's regular. So it was sort of like, all right, we can offer convenience and we don't have to have all the markups that, it doesn't make sense to mark up something you're buying. For some dogs, if it's a really big dog, people might be buying a bag of dog food every 3 or 4 weeks.
Yep.
And doing that with the same.
I actually think we buy dog food every week.
Yeah, right.
So we go to the pet store on the way back from the grocery store on a regular, and that's every week. Sim does a list every Sunday night of meal planning for us, and then we go do it. So this is one less job that I've got to do on the way through. That's really cool. And so everything's made locally here in Australia?
Yeah, made in New South Wales, and 97% of our ingredients are sourced from Australia. Just other vitamins and things that we're just not really abundant of here. That make up the 3%. But yeah, it's pretty much we try to make it as Australian as possible. And one of our big things is, again, it's all about trust, because pet food companies are a little bit shady. So we're actually the first brand in Australia that releases every percentage of every ingredient as well. So you sort of can't game labeling or anything like that. It's like you know exactly what's in it. You can research and I guess ask anything really.
Very cool. And so I know when we talked about this earlier, like you basically jumped off the cliff out of your other job to take on this vision that was there for you because of your dog not being well. 6 months in, are you like in the eye of the storm, like what the fuck have I done? Or are you like, greatest day came 6 months ago when I jumped off that cliff?
Definitely. I've got absolutely zero regrets. One, because you're shaping your own vision. If you see, you might see something you're that passionate about, maybe it takes you longer to get there than what you think. But as long as you don't realise, oh crap, I'm either not passionate about this, or the problem doesn't exist, kind of made a mistake, I guess you keep going. So we're in 6 months in. We've got like about 500 dogs on it. There's happy customers, happy dogs. I'm happy. I'm a lot more relaxed. I'm working in something I really believe in and trying to overall improve.
And so, what's the BHAG? What's the big, hairy, audacious goal here for Scratch? Like, what do you vision? I mean, I understand that you've got a food or a couple of brands, a couple of lines in your food range. Are you looking to branch into treats and accessories and hardware and all types of things? Like, what's the big goal?
I think the brilliance of Scratch, Scratch is sort of a design-driven brand in many ways. So we actually only have one SKU, one product, 7.5 kilo box. That's all there is. You can't buy other sizes. Cool. You can send multiple boxes, but one SKU. And I can't see us ever really going beyond 5 or 6. Maybe there's a premium shampoo or some glucosamine supplements, anything that we think works, is transparent, and that the dialogue that we have directly with our customer kind of makes keeping their dog healthy and happy easy. You might look at, but we're an e-commerce brand that thrives on simplicity, and the customers thrive on not having to go to a shelf and work out which of the 100 variations they should get.
I actually like that position for you in the market. I like that you're cutting out the BS. You're going straight to the source. You're being as transparent as possible. I think in the world today where you've got cameras on everything, transparency is absolutely critical, and those that are not transparent are going to get found out. I think honesty will win in the end. I believe the good guys win in the end. Even if it's like it's not yield or there's no return in the short term. I think long term, good guys are going to win in the end, and I get the feeling you're one of those guys. I think like the more I can put in my basket with you on that convenience factor, I might be telling you to kind of eat your own dog food here, no pun intended, but the more you can put in to that basket that has that quality alignment with how you establish the business, from me as a consumer, I'd love that. I'd love to have all types of things from my dogs that I'm frequently getting, whether that's poop bags or food or treats, and maybe every now and again a new collar. But I'm not sure about that on subscription.
Well, we get a box, so we've got the delivery into people's home.
So I think the more you can get me to put into my basket, or the more I want to put into my basket, the better you become. Now, I may not know much about pets and pet food, but my gut tells me that, hey, if you already built this bridge to 500 customers, what else can you offer them that's going to align with the values that you've already got, and add more items into that basket, which ultimately drives up your return, recurring, incremental growth per customer, which makes for a phenomenal business. But I feel like the customer is really winning here.
Hopefully, yeah.
It
It's sort of
feels
one of
like
those
that.
business models where, you know, we can do enough to grow and impact the supply chain and make better food that people are going to be transparent about, and that people can get better quality ingredients without the same price.
Guys, I'm going to put all of the details in the description below or above, depending on what channel you're looking at. Mike, scratch petfood.com.au. Don't worry about it. It's in the description below. Mate, I want to have you come back, say 6 months time.
Done.
And see where you're at, see how things have progressed. I'm sure you're going to be a massive hockey stick up to the right. All right? Good luck.
Appreciate it,
guys. Huge rest of the week. Make sure you tune in. We've got some really important guests coming on as well. See ya.